All right, what is up, everyone? How's everyone doing? How are we doing? Yeah, nothing happened today, huh? What's up, Silver, my man? What's up, Flip Coins? Got Sam and Corey and David and Kura, Cryptic Jared in the house. What's up, my man? Uh, watch a stream on my walk, ABT and DIA. What's up, Sam? Arc Block. Yeah, you guys see Maneki is still pumping. There's a lot of coins starting to make some moves. What's going to happen is we're going to be in the bull run and we're not even going to know it. These coins are going to go up to the moon and we're going to be like, where's alt season? And it's happening right in front of us. I know we still need QE and things to happen, but, you know, some coins are starting to move. A few select ones, anyway. Let's see here. Arc Block to the moon. Let's see what she's doing. Maneki's going to the moon right now. ABT. Arc Block. Yeah, Arc Block, PNG, and all these other coins that we always watch. This has to be the bottom. It's time to start going up and sideways instead of down and sideways. We got to start curling up here, making higher highs and higher lows, so that when we do kick off things, you know, we have that structure formed, and then we could just blast out of here. So I would have to imagine that was the bottom on Arc Block. Over the 618, over the macro support area, Arc Block looks like the bottom is in. So Arc Block. Let's see here. Go from this little high to the low. Yeah, so a big price is going to be this one here. Just over 73.5. You're over the 236, so right now high to the low, bottom is in, or over the 618. So once we get bullish, we got to get over pretty much 74. Once you get over 74, you're bullish, and once you get back over $1, $1.10, then that's the confirmed breakout back to the upside. You know, if we get all the way up there, we should start making the higher highs and higher lows, even if it's a slow chop. But Arc Block doesn't look bad. Especially now that we're seeing some of the coins, like some of the Solana coins are starting to move up, starting to curl up and starting to move up. I don't know if you're still here, Flip Coins, but Billy's starting to move. She's finally going to give you your money back. Oh, man. We've been waiting so long for this. Not that it's happening already, but you get the idea. The 1272 new high on Arc Block to $5 would give you an 8.5x, and then if it's going to go higher than that, I don't know. Where's Arc Block going? Why do we have 30 bucks? Possible 30x up to about 20 bucks. And then if you hit 30 bucks on Arc Block, 3 billion market cap would be your 50x off of the bottom here. DIA. Yeah, DIA is another one that's curled up. Looking good, looking like the bottom's in. And we've just seen this on a lot of coins, what, Goldfinch and Ergo and SPA's taken off. SPA's taken off. Not a bad spot to be buying in on DIA. About to start getting some green candles spawning in here. Once you get over 45, 46, bottom is in, bullish over 75. And if she's running up to a new high from the bottom from the trend, 618 is a 4.5x up to 160, and then the 786 at about 285 would be your 8x. But not bad for looking like a bottom. I'm doing all right, Kura. Still waiting on jobs. I applied for like 4 more jobs today. Still waiting on something to come through. What's up, Dave? What's up, King? You got Joseph in the house. Do you think Arrow is done retracing? Ergo. What's up, Ari? We got Wyatt in the house and Corey. This is Beck. You think Ergo is done retracing? Wait, what did I miss? Someone said something else. Oh, Swiftcoin. Yeah, I'd imagine Swiftcoin's still in the same spot. If she's not over $0.01.5, she's still in the same spot. Yeah, she's still in the same exact spot. She's right at $0.01.5, but you can clearly see she's getting stuck. So we got to get over this level here, and then you could be bullish. 1523. But it doesn't look horrible. There, I adjusted it. Because when you zoom in, it's not always where it needs to be. Alright, so we are over 1.5 at the moment. Up almost 18% here. So if we can stay over the 382, and then we can get a close, what do we got? A daily candle. Yeah, look at these. All these daily candles got stuck right at it, and they're getting stuck. So if this daily candle can close in 1 hour and 25 minutes, maybe we're finally bullish on Swiftcoin. But it doesn't look horrible. Swiftcoin's about to make a move for a higher high if it can hold here. Yeah, it looks like the weekly candle's trying to hold with a little wick, so it may be time for Swiftcoin to start going back up. Higher high would take you up to 10 cents. And do your little 6.5x on this thing. But yeah, Swiftcoin's going to be a good one. The fact that it went sideways forever and now it's curling up for the bull market or its own little bull run, whatever it's going to do. I think 10 to 20 cents is very possible, 13x, and then 50 cents would be your 30x. And if she's going to shoot up here to $1, I mean, it's not that far-fetched. It doesn't look that far away to just get like 2 or 3 monthly candles spawned in here that are just green and bullish. That'll get you an 82x on Swiftcoin. Planting things and Eastern cleaning, cutting grass. I'm tired. I'm tired, boss. Ergo, is Ergo done retracing? Ergo. Yeah, a lot of these coins that are moving right now, like GFI already pulled back. And then what was the other one? SPA's moving right now. Is she done retracing? Not yet. That was the top. That looks like a top in. So whoever had Ergo on this little pump, since we're not in alt season yet, hopefully, I mean, if you're holding, but hopefully you took profit. If you bought in, you know, in all this chop here. But yeah, you got a double 618 here. It's coming down to, so it's not done yet. It's still got to drop a little more, it looks like. Another 10, 11% drop. And then we'll see if the double 618 holds. So 13 would be your price. Auction is dropping like it's hot. Let's see. Yeah, auction's another one that had a. Is she dropping down below the pattern? I think auction is the one we're watching on the large falling wedge. I know she dropped back down into it. Yeah, she's just coming back down to the bottom. This is what we've been watching, just a monthly chart. She's been chopping around, going down and sideways in this pattern, so 1070 should be it. It may do this again, so you may get a nice wick down below it. But it looks like as long as you're holding this area here, this falling wedge is still in play. You're pretty much right there. I would just keep it simple. As long as you're above 980 to 1070, you're still alive. Any lower than that, then the pattern's not playing out and it's just simply going to fall off the table. So we'll just draw us a little green support box that it needs to hold. We'll get, and to stay bullish here, so we'll just get this one off. And there we go. We got to hold over this box. But with the box being there and being in play, yeah, about another 10% drop or so is all she can handle. But it doesn't look horrible on the monthly. I mean, inside this large pattern here. I guess I do got to pull the other one back up. So what was our target? New high 176 would be a 14x. Nope, let's rewind. About a 16x to the new high on bounce, and we'll see if it holds the pattern. ACH. Oh, we got Wyatt for 2. I appreciate that. ACH and XCN. What's up, Eldor? What's up, Patrick? What's up, Joseph? How you guys doing? Tinks is in the house. I don't think you've ever been here before. Tinks. Do you follow Velo Labs? Yeah, we look at Velo Labs all the time. Very bullish chart. ACH and XCN. I know you guys are tired of waiting. Everyone is. Everyone's waiting around for the market to finally flip bullish. Which, like I keep saying, we're seeing some coins do that. Maneke's going to the moon. SPA was going to the moon. ACH is stuck at the 3-2. But ACH is gearing up to go to the moon. This is very bullish. Very bullish pattern on ACH. Damn, I want to get in on ACH so bad. But yeah, it hasn't really changed since last night. Since I guess the last time I covered it. The good thing is you're over the 3-2 holding. I think, did we make a slightly higher high off of that wick? Yeah, we made higher highs with the candle bodies, and yeah, just a slightly higher high and holding, so it doesn't look horrible at all. And then ACH to the moon. Let's see, high to the low really quick. Yeah, we're getting stuck right at the height of the low, short term 382. So for this move down to be bullish back up, you got to get over 2.7. So we got to get over we stay over the 382 and get over 2.75 here. But it doesn't look bad. It's just macro chopping around in the pattern, looking good. And then XCN is right on support. XCN started dropping last night, and I think she got bought back up a little bit. So it's not horrible looking. It's still holding over our 382. But the fact that it broke that long-standing downtrend, and we're holding up bullish here. Yeah, she tagged our 382 all pretty much perfectly. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully it's not another large channel forming to where it just goes all the way back down somewhere. Possible bull flag in play now that it broke the triangle pattern. We're holding bullish over the 382 at 16. It could even come down to 15 and still be bullish. But short term, low to the high, you're bullish over 16.7. Once we get back over 2 pennies, then we'll have another breakout to the upside, just like here. Once this trend line at the top, once you break that over the 236 at 2, then she'll start having some green candles spawning in again. Just a little cool off. And then once we get over the double 618, we should get a move up to the 786 to 3 pennies, 85% move. But not bad looking. Can you pump auction coin for me so I can sell my bags? Oh man. If it holds up in that pattern, it's going to have another pump. It's just if it pumps like it did last time, I don't know when you got in, but personally, if I got a 5x or something, I would sell. Turbo, what is Turbo doing? I think we call it, yeah, the Turbo, the bottom is in also. I mean, I keep saying that. If the bottom's not in and we die from here, then I don't know what to say. Crypto sucks at that point. Yeah, she fell below last time we looked at her. She's fallen back below the 382 here. But that 786 should be the macro bottom. Short term, 3-day daily chart, whatever you want to call it, whatever you want to look at. All right, not too bad. We're holding right on the 382. So high to the low. You need to stay over 17.6 here. It's got a wick already and it is holding, so we'll see what happens. It could be setting up for a double bottom with a higher low and she's about to take off. If that is the macro bottom. So you're holding the 382. And if we zoom in even further, if I can get it to move. But the fact that you tagged the macro area, yeah, we're pretty much right over the 0.5. So we'll see what happens here. It could come all the way back down to the 76 at 1.5 and put in that higher low, which a lot of coins have done. On the shorter time frame, they'll come down here, hit that final support, and then that's when they bounce up. But it doesn't look good for the overall, or it does look good for the overall macro. And pretty much all the coins did the same thing. Resistance, resistance, support. So unless you break 135, we should be good. Hopefully the market's waiting for me. It's gonna have to wait a while though. Still waiting to get employed somewhere. Oh man. What's up, Rashad? Cookie Dow gonna blast off soon? Cookie and Spa, yeah, Spa's going. Is Cookie gonna blast off soon? I mean, there's no telling what's gonna blast off. I mean, it just depends on the coin, like Spa here. I'll go look at Cookie in a moment, but I mean, we've been watching these coins, and that's what we do here. We'll watch them. We're holding support. If it doesn't break it, then you have the shot at this. The shot at the bottom. So, I mean, didn't quite respect, you know, the it's not to a T, but you get the idea. It's been putting in higher highs and higher lows, and it's going to put in a higher high, it looks like. Unless we're going to be bearish in the market, then you're going to put in a lower high, and then when we see that happen, you come back down, then you run the risk of breaking this and breaking down. And then that's going to tell, if these coins all do that, then over the next month or so, we're going to know we're not going up until November. And then these coins are going to be down here on the bottom, dirt cheap, and they're not going to go as high as we want them to, but they're still going to go. But right now, it's looking good. So Spa is over the 236 here. double 382, and that's really all we can do. I did an update on it today. If you go from the low here to the high, your 236 is right here also. So you're bullish over 21 or 2. Just needs to get over the 0.5. It's getting stuck right at it at 2.8. So bullish over 2, 1, and then resistance is 2.8 right now. People need to FOMO in when they see green candles. Get these coins moving. But I guess there's no one to FOMO in, really. There's no one here yet. But that's why we always mention, you know, something down on the trend, hitting final support, putting in bullish market structure. I mean, that's really all you can do. And if it looks bullish, maybe buy in and maybe get your shot. Because there's no guarantees in this game. Is Cookie about to take off? Maybe. I don't know. I mean, you hit this area here, you can see is really the only thing we have for macro support and resistance area, in between the 618, 786. So what we can do here is, what are we on the weekly? Just hope this thing's not forming a bear flag, because she could always drop more. Daily. So we'll just cut it 2 ways real quick. High to the low. Yeah, you got stuck at the 0.5. You're down below the 3.2, so you have to get back over 9.3 or it could drop. And then if we pull it the other way, low to the high, you're sitting right on the 0.5. So there's so many ways you can look at it. It probably, I mean, looking on the weekly chart and the 3-day chart, it doesn't look great. Because here, very strong move down. Same thing it did here, strong move down, and then it ended up forming a triangle pattern. Continuation, that's a continuation. It's starting to do the same thing again here. So what it needs to do is it needs to get back over, it needs to break over 10. But there's nothing really screaming to me that it's about to blast off. If anything, it may be getting ready to go down more. So if it falls below 8.1, then yeah, she's going to drop 28%. Cookie Dow. I mean, I think we said that last night. Just, you know, these newer coins, they just blasted out of here. And some of the older ones, yeah, 9, 9, 10 is what you got to get over. I mean, they already had these runs from the bottom. So the question is, are they going to run again? Yeah, because if you bought down here in this, you know, accumulation, if you found this coin early, you already got a 40x. What's up, Daniel, my man? You got in spa last night. It's been fantastic. Been watching it for a year. You just got in last night? Yeah, we'll see if she keeps running here. She's still bullish at the moment, but she may pull a GFI. Just be aware of that. It's already happening. People are already selling. Yeah, just be careful, because that could have been it. It tagged the 0.5 resistance at 2.8, and she's already pulling back. Toshi. Yeah, Toshi's one of the ones that broke the downtrend. Just like XCN. And you guys see Myro? I did a Myro update. It looks like the bottom is in on Myro at a penny. Yeah, we got stuck. This is what we keep seeing. Everything that's trying to break out and be bullish is getting stuck. And then the fact that you're stuck here on Toshi. You did break the downtrend, so that's good. Especially with the weekly candle there. So you could get a back test here. So this one could drop 28% also. Come down here and back test the trend and then go up. Pretty much back test the trend and hit the other trend, and then that's not a bad spot to be in. This little intersection here. You're hitting the overall trend again, and you're back testing the one you just broke. So that tells you it's time to go up. But Toshi's not in a bad spot at all. It doesn't even have to break, come all the way back down there. It could get bought back up, get back over 33618, and just start moving up. But from where you are right now, a new high would be a 13x up to 3.8. And then of course Toshi to the moon. Yeah, she hasn't really moved. I don't know if Myro's gonna do 125x, then Toshi's gonna do plus that. Four pennies on Toshi would give you 144x from where it is. Toshi to a penny, not a bad move. Yeah, if Toshi just hits a penny, that's your 30x, 32x from today. Which is very possible. What's up, DZ? How you doing, my man? What's up, David? Near Protocol. DJ, Hondo, and Mochi, please. Oh man, Degen, Hondo, and Mochi. He's loaded up, ready for it. Yeah, we don't get as much Degen requests as we used to. Yeah, I mean, Degen did the same thing. It's down here on the bottom. It really can't go any lower. It hit the 786, high to the low. Low to the high, I mean. She's still doing the same thing she's been doing. There's just no move up. It just goes sideways a little, down, sideways a little. So right now, high to the low, you have to get over 2.4 and 2.8 to be bullish. She's not moving. And last time we looked at it, I don't know if that was last night or what, but she barely moved down a little bit. And what we're waiting to see on all these coins that are potentially on the bottom, they can't really go lower. They all may be gathering, or not gathering. They all may be doing the same thing. Same thing that, we'll have to look at Beam again, but Beam did the same thing, but Beam was going to zero. Well, this one is too. Yeah, you're sitting on the 618, getting stuck right at the 0.5. So it is forming the double bottom with a higher low. Even if it comes down to the 786 at 1.9, you're still good. Any lower than 1.9, so it could still drop 6%. Any lower than 1.9, then your final hope to stay alive would be a 14% drop. It can't drop lower than 1.8. But yeah, I mean, Degen looks to be, what are those 3-day candles? I mean, it just depends. I don't know what's going to happen here. Hopefully we get a move up, because we have the double bottoms forming. It's either or. It's 50-50 like always. Someone help us already. It's either a bear flag forming or a strong move down, and then you get these candles that are forming this little continuation pattern. I mean, that's really all we can do. It's decision time pretty much. A lot of these coins, it's decision time. We don't start moving up, we're going to break down, and we're not going up for a very long time. Then it's going to be a horrible, hot, bearish summer. Unless we get some relief. Who's gonna save us? Oh my god. Because every time DGen does this, it just dies. Ondo. But yeah, you guys watched the meeting today? They're not doing anything. They're not going to help the markets. It's the same old, same old. I guess at least we didn't fall off the table. Yeah, same thing with Ondo here. I mean, we're just not moving. But looking at Ondo, you're holding the trend and you're right here. You're getting stuck right where you need to get stuck at. Needs to get over 87, 86, 87, and then $1. You can be bullish on Ondo once it's back over $1. And then if we ever wake the market up, which, I mean, that is, looking on the macro, weekly, and monthly, it's not horrible looking. It's curling up for a bull run, bull market year. If it doesn't die. I think maybe some of the meme coins, the larger meme coins that did this and then they died way down, they're probably just gearing up for a larger run. They're just going to have one God candle spawn in when they go out of nowhere overnight. But Ondo's holding up well, and I still think $20 to $25 is possible. So anywhere from a 24x up to a 30x. Ondo to the moon. Ondo's another one I would buy. ACH, Ondo, ZBEC, and what was the other one? Oh, you said Mochi. What was the other one though? Oh, Beam. Is Beam still holding up? Did any of you guys buy the bottom on Maneki? Yeah, Mochi doesn't look bad here. Mochi's a good play too. I think I would buy Mochi too. Mochi's been going sideways since July of 2024. It almost looks, it looks exactly like the ZBCN chart. The move up and now it's all the way back down here. You're holding the 236. I would imagine you're over the 786 final support. You're going completely sideways, and Mochi's supposed to get listed on Coinbase, so people are going to pile into this one. Yeah, you're over the 786. Yeah, it looks a lot like ZBCN. Mochi's going to have its day to the moon. Mochi to a new high is a 15x. Not a bad spot to be buying in on Mochi, I would have to say. Same thing with ZBEC. What are we at? 4 zeros, 1. So to eat a 0 would be your 14.5x. Mochi to rocket all the way up here is a 36x to 3 zeros, 4. Damn, if she eats 2 zeros, then you made it. Almost 100x, a 97x, if it can eat 2 zeros. Damn, everything came back down and everything's going sideways. So I'm gonna miss everything. Soul and Sui. Super. Any coins pumping? Yeah. Mochi and Spa were pumping. Hopefully Spa pulls back. What's up, Forgotten? Is Swiftcoin coming back down? I don't think so. We looked at her earlier. She's holding up on the... She's holding over the 3 too now on a weekly candle, so it looks good. Sweet. Yeah, this is another good coin. I forgot about this one. Yeah, I mean, look at the overall macro chart. I mean, it looks really good. Sweet to the moon. Yeah, they say this one's going to be the next Solana, huh? I don't know if that's what you were trying to say, Wyatt. But she's holding over the previous high. It looks to be the bottom on SWE. Over $2. Doesn't look bad at all. If I had the funds, I would buy SWE at this point. But it's good that we're not seeing huge dumps off of these little moves up, down, move up, down. So as long as you're over $2, you're good on SWE. And if SWE is going to hold over $2, the big price to beat, or to know it's bullish, is we go from the high to the low. Yeah, you came if I got stuck right at the first resistance like everything else. So 226 and then 267.5. That's when you're bullish again. Confirmation over 350. But then SWE to the moon. Yeah, where's SWE gonna go? Is SWE going to 60 bucks? SWE to 60 bucks is almost a 30x. The 29x from here. We got David for 5. I appreciate that, my man. If I can scroll this up. Keep up the good work, my man. I appreciate the words, and I appreciate it, man. Keeping the hope and the dream alive. I appreciate it. $30 would be life-changing on Arc Block. Can Arc Block hit 30 bucks? You'll tip $2,000. What was the target on Arc Block? 20 to 30 bucks? I know we just looked at it earlier. I think it's definitely going to hit 5 bucks. If it holds this macro support area, I mean, it doesn't look horrible. But you have to stay over 50. I mean, we wicked down below it again. But as long as we stay over 50. Yeah, if it stays over 50, man. When we go bullish, because this wasn't even the bull run here. When alt season actually kicks in and people actually pile back into crypto. And things start pumping like this. And everyone and their mom starts buying in on the green candles, FOMOing in. And the news is talking about the crypto market and Bitcoin and all these different coins going up. That's when all the eyes are going to be on crypto. Everyone's going to pile in. And if this is it, yeah, just need a couple of giant green monthly candles to spawn in. And this thing's going to do a 50x again and hit 30 bucks. I don't see why not. But she has to hold up here. If it breaks down, then it's not going that high. If she ends up breaking down and we're bearish for the summer, then probably $5, $5 to $8. But it's looking good where it is. Bring on the $30 Arc Block. Let's go. Super K. Price prediction for XCN by end of April. There's no telling. I don't have my crystal ball. It's at the cleaners. They're shining it up for me, so I can't see where XCN's going to be by the end of April. What do we got, a week and a half left? A week and a half. Man, I can't believe it's almost May. The only thing I can say is you have to hold these prices. I mean, we just broke out and what? 3 days, we went all the way up here. So there's no telling what's going to happen in a week and a half. If we break over 2 pennies before the end of April, in the next week and a half, we're holding bullish over the 3.2, then we should have another large move up. And I would say 3 cents So if it breaks over 2 and we break over 2.4, then I would say 3, but there's no way to tell. But I hope it breaks out and goes to the moon before April's up for you. ZBEC is on a treadmill. Yeah, ZBEC looks so good. What is Solana doing? Is Solana pumping? Because some of the Solana coins were moving. I think some of your coins, flip coins, is moving. Oh yeah, she's moving. She's moving up off a nice wick to the bottom. Have we ever looked at it this way? Yeah, she's back over the 786 area. She hit this green line here, which we put on the chart because we do have support and resistance in that area. Let me see. I mean, the overall monthly chart for Solana does not look bad at all. Solana's going to go to the moon, and then all you guys still holding coins. Man, if I don't get in the market, maybe I'll get some kind of money back, because I do have a Phantom wallet full of probably 20 coins that are all sub a penny. They're not worth anything right now. And I put $20 into each of them as little seed plays, and they went to 0 after. So maybe I'll get something back if the Solana coin, if some of those Solana coins run, but some of them are probably dead. Yeah, I mean, we're bullish on the macro, depending on where we want to look at it and draw it. Solana to the moon. Yeah, 786,236 over 128, 126. We are bullish. So Solana is macro bullish right now. And Solana, yeah, Solana to 700 to $1,000 I think is very possible. So Solana may 10x up to 1,100. But it looks really good on the macro. Maybe we get a 20x out of Solana and she hits 2,000. I mean, if we hold up here and we flip bullish and we do this again and we do this again, yeah, I would say $1,000 is easy. I know you have to factor in market caps, but people don't really care about market caps anymore. They just want their coin to go to the moon. Oh, man. Swift isn't holding over 1.5. Did we check NCX? What's up, gosh? I don't have no idea what that is. What is Swift at? Let me check NCX really quick. I don't know what it is. NCX is not a crypto. That must be a stock. We don't look at stocks. This. Unless you're talking about a meme coin on Dex Screener. But this is a stock. I don't like to look at stocks because I really don't know how to. It's way different than crypto. Crypto can move overnight, you know, volatile. Stocks usually don't do that. But if you want anything, if this is what you're talking about, just most recent low to the high on the monthly, you're over the 236 at 56, so this thing is bullish. It held to 382, so as long as you're over 56, we'll go. Because I know stocks take years to just do a 3x or a 3%, or you know, get 5% back or something. If you want to cut it there, you got stuck at the 1272. So maybe you hit $1 on this thing. $1.40. I have no idea. We just looked at Swift Coin and she was holding up. What am I typing? Oh. Swift coin. Oh, she's at 1.4. Yeah, if you look at it here on the, we adjusted it. We zoomed in and we pulled the little thing down just a little bit to get it perfectly on the wick. So it appears your weekly candle, you got stuck at it, but you're holding here. So the price now is 146. Let me zoom out. At 149. The monthly candle is getting stuck, but when you zoom down and zoom in, yeah, I guess it's just the weekly candle. The weekly candle's holding, but then the 3-day candle's getting stuck. Monthly candle's getting stuck. So I would keep it simple until you get a monthly candle clearly over 149 or 1.5. Then I guess she's not bullish yet. The only thing bullish is the weekly chart with that little candle holding it. Now it's turning red, so people are watching. They're selling. But overall, you hit the 618 and it looks good. But you got to get over 15 and hold. What's up, Cryptomyalysis? How you doing, my man? Any luck on the job gig? Nah, not yet. Put in like 4 more applications today. Still waiting, still poor. But I'm holding out hope. Welcome to the best live stream. I appreciate the words, my man. Cryptomyalysis. Well, yeah, we only got 25 people in here. Oh, man. Help out TCU on his journey to becoming a Marvel hero. Yeah, we're going to start a superhero club. Cryptomyalysis. We're going to get some little costumes. Cryptomyalysis and TCU. I'm going to save the cryptoverse. The next Solana is Corium. Yeah, that's what they say. End of year for XCN. Well, if she doesn't die and she has a bull run again, which she will. XCN, I don't know. XCN, I guess $1. 87 cents to $1. We'll stay bullish on it if it doesn't break down. Yeah, you guys are always asking for Swiftcoin, and Swiftcoin doesn't move. Swiftcoin's been in the same spot from forever. Moonwell. Yeah, Moonwell's another good one. Starseed, Earth Angel. You guys got some names on here. When is Mochi getting listed? I have no idea. Mochi, but that's the rumor. She's supposed to get listed on Coinbase. Yeah, when the next, I think you can go on Coinbase and look at the next coins that are coming up. But they should start loading up all kinds of different coins because they know that people are going to buy into them. So you're just going to have all kinds of coins getting listed, which we already do. It's like every day you guys are coming up with a new coin listed on Coinbase. Coinbase knows, they're getting ready. They want them fees for you guys FOMOing into everything. But you'll know the bull run's here. Not only looking at your coin go up, but you'll know when the exchanges start crashing it. When the exchanges get overloaded and you can't sell, that's when you'll know we're in it. Well, to the moon. Yeah, there's so many different choices, so many coins that you could buy right now. I need to get a job because I gotta start buying in. I'm gonna miss out. You guys are gonna have to save me at the end because I didn't get in. Moonwell looks really good here. Over the 382 still. Bottom is in, holding the trend. So unless you fall below 1.8, that should be it. Time to go up. Moonwell to the moon. I still think if this market structure holds on Moonwell, this is monthly, you can go to weekly, whatever. I mean, you're still holding up. It's just going sideways now, getting accumulated on the smaller time frames. Looks very good. So Moonwell's another one. I mean, there's so many I could put on my list right now. Moonwell, ZBEC, Beam, ACH. But yeah, if she rockets up here to the 1272 at $1.30, you're gonna get yourself a 62x. Can you imagine? Man, I cannot wait to get in and be a part of this. Moonwell is gonna blast out of here. You get your 68, you take your profits, take your money out, whatever, and then you roll over to ACH that didn't move, and then you get a, what is it, a 25x on ACH. It's gonna be glorious times. Oh man. Driving home from the gym, yeah, I need to start doing something like that. I gotta get a job first. I'm sitting around here getting fat, staring at crypto charts. Swiftcoin and XCN, please. What's up, Halo? Love the space you create here. Yeah, we got some good people in here and on the channel. They're not all here right now. I mean, people haven't been here for a while. They rotate in and out. There's only 28 people here, but by the time I end the live stream, there'll be a couple hundred views on the live stream already. So people come in and out all the time. 39 votes and 70% say more sideways. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Powell didn't save us today. He didn't kill us, but he didn't save us, so we're in the same spot. But yeah, we've looked at XCN and Swiftcoin so many times already. Swiftcoin's going to be a good one. If we have a monster bull run, if we hold up here, if we start grinding up, if we get over the 382, then like I said earlier, and like I keep saying, I don't see why we wouldn't just rocket up here 50 cents to $1, especially 50 cents. So I think Swiftcoin here, if it holds up and it doesn't obviously break down, even if we come back down and chop and we're just doing this, 50 cents is easy. So from today, I think an easy 30x, 33x on Swiftcoin. And then XCN, last time we're going to look at XCN unless, you know, something happens. XCN still holding bullish, not as much as we want it to be, but it's still in our little bull flag pattern now from the triangle pattern. Let's get down to the daily chart. As long as our green box holds, she should be good. Once you get over 2 pennies, you should start moving up. The fact that we already got stuck at the 6618 here, I mean, we have to get over 2.2 to 2.4, but once we get over 2, break the pattern to the upside, it'll probably do this again. There's a couple of green candles spawning in up to 3 pennies, but you have to stay over 1.5 to 1.6. And then ZBCN still holding up, I would imagine. Oh, she's up a little bit on the day. Yeah, this is just like, what was it, Mochi we were looking at? Mochi looks just like this. Going completely sideways, holding, and it looks good. ZBCN is going to be a rocket when it blasts out of here. And that rocket's going to be bull run once this thing gets over 2018, then it'll start flying. But it's not in a bad spot at all to be buying in. I just need these coins to chop around for another couple of months till I can start getting some money rolling in. at least get $100 on every coin that I want to load up on and just start building. But it takes money to make money. But I really think ZBCN is going to hit 3 to 4 cents, so 35x up to a 48x. Maybe I'm too bullish on these coins. But yeah, more likely than not though, if I had a bag of ZBC in here, up here to a 5.5x up to the 1272 new high, I would probably get out and roll over into something else. I think that's going to be my game plan. I'm not going to chance it. A couple of coins I will. What was the one we were looking at? Beam. Someone brought up Beam the other day and we flipped bullish on it. Let's see if she's still holding. She's still holding. Come on, you can hold. Damn, she's down below the 786. As long as it doesn't break this structure here, if you can see it almost tagged it perfectly. But it doesn't look bad at the moment still. It needs to get back over 5.7. It is already forming a wick though. But just looking at the overall chart, that's not a bad spot to buy in because your forming is very large. Double bottom with a higher low. So it should start moving up from here. Especially due to the fact that it's all the way back at the bottom. Z back to the moon. What's up, Restats? Welcome back. I appreciate that, best crypto guy. Yeah, you guys make sure you go follow Cryptomyalysis. Go over to his channel, subscribe. I know our channels are supposed to be in competition with each other, but that's not the way I see it. Like we're competing, like me and Myalysis here, we're competing against each other, and we're competing against 1,000 other YouTubers that do the same thing here. So I really do appreciate you guys coming in here. What's up, Cha? Working hard, my man. I can't wait to get to work, to start working hard, making some money. Damn, I put in so many applications this week. Put 4 more in today. I gotta hear something back soon. XPR network to the moon, BMX to the moon. I mean, it just, to me, it looks like the bottom is in on a lot of things here. Yeah, I mean, on the monthly, it doesn't look horrible. You got a little continuation pattern, but I'm not going to draw it, and I'm not going to say it's going to pump out of here, because every time I do, it goes down. So ignore it. You got to get over the 382 at 4, and then we'll see if this thing can move up. Monthly candles don't look bad. I mean, it's holding up well. It's going sideways. You're over the 382, so this move down and sideways is bullish right now. Once you get over 4 and 4.7, then you can get excited for this thing to start moving up. But it looks like if it breaks over the 382 at 4, it's about to break what downtrend is in play here. If it didn't already. Let's see. Maybe it did break it. Uh-oh. Yeah, not bad. The weekly downtrend is broken and it's back testing, so we'll see if we can hold here. Damn, she hasn't moved really. XPR network to the moon. Oh, wow. Yeah, if this thing rockets up here and makes a higher high, just to get to the 786 retracement from where it is, up to 3, that's a 9x. And then if it's just going to blast out of here. Damn. 110x on XPR network. 112x up to 41, 42 cents. Is that possible? Man, I hope the bull run, I hope the alt season is just huge. Oh man, what's up, Oscar? What's up, Daniel? What's up, Nia? They're gonna pile into ZBCN, yeah. They're gonna pile into everything mostly. Yeah, I saw Dog and Me was going down. That's one of the reasons I'm gonna quit saying. I gotta quit saying things are bullish because I keep jinxing them. Dog and Me is gonna be a good one. It's probably still holding up macro. Yeah, it's still holding up. You're over the 1618. You already tagged all the way down here, the 1272 almost. It's curled up here. This thing's ready. So if you're holding this one or you're buying in, she is curling up for a run. That's what it looks like to me. Those are weekly candles, 3-day, whatever it is. This thing is making higher highs and higher lows. When you see this kind of chart, it looks like it's just going to have a God candle spawn in. Once it finally runs, it's just going to spawn in one giant candle and do almost a 30x. A little over a 29x up to a penny and a half to the top here. But your support right now is 5.3. 30 is 5.3. So on the macro, it doesn't look horrible. It's just pulling back. Mine looking at PNG, LCX. PNG and LCX. Yeah, those both I think are at the max. They put the bottoms in, just like ARC block. But as I keep saying, if it's not the bottom, if these coins start obviously breaking down, then we got a problem and we're not going up for a long, long time. What chart are we looking at? But yeah, LCX is doing the same thing also. It's making higher highs, slightly higher high, higher low. And if we look at the other chart, let's see. The chart we've always looked at. The Coinbase chart. Let's just zoom this baby out. Yeah, when you just zoom out, that's where you see it. You can just see the bottom is in. The long-standing trend here. So once this little downtrend is broken, which we're seeing a lot of coins start to finally break the downtrends, but you just tagged it. You tagged the macro support box we have on the chart. So that looks like a macro bottom to me. So we just got to get over this downtrend here. So LCX to the moon, not to the moon, but a nice little breakout. 236.5 here, and then the 382. So once you get over pretty much 18, that should break out. I mean, not break out, but that should be the downtrend being broken over 18. But it looks like it may happen soon. If it doesn't obviously break down below the 382 on the macro at 10 to 9, pretty much 10 cents. If it stays above 10 cents, then you have a shot at breaking over 18 and finally start moving back up on LCX here. But like I said, not overall horrible looking. Looks like the macro bottom is in. Same thing PNG did. If she's still holding up. Yeah, still down here on the macro bottom, supposedly. Only reason this one is because of the resistance, and then now we're back at that level. So this 382 we're holding over at 11. I would say anywhere from 9 to 11 short term. As long as you're over that, that should be the bottom. But all these coins look exactly the same. So even if you drop 21, 22%, as long as you're over 9.5, you're still good for the macro bottom and to move up. And then you have to get over 15 to be bullish again. Low to the high. Well, PNG doesn't look horrible either. I mean, there's a lot of good buying opportunities. XPR is very possible. B3 at the bottom. Gaming sucks. Yeah, gaming was big last cycle, so I don't know if it's going to be big this cycle. I think the AI, all I hear is AI and RWA and DPIN. I mean, but it's on base. It's, I guess, the best gaming one on base. Could be wrong. But it's a brand new coin, so I'm not going to buy any brand new coins. Unless it's ones that I know are going to go up. Just because all the big players are getting in. Like Sui and Ondo. But yeah, this one, it's risky. I mean, that's all you can really say. High to the low, if that's the bottom, she is dying again. But, I mean, there's no telling if it's the bottom yet. You have to stay over 3. But this is what a lot of newer coins are doing. They're coming back down to the bottom where they spawned in. And then the second time they hit them, they just die. And go to new lows. But as for you asking if the bottom is potentially in, it could be setting up for a double bottom with a higher low, but there's no way to really see that on a fib. Stock RSI just got over 50, and now it's fixing a nosedive back down. So momentum is clearly down. You're below the 786, so only hope is getting back over 3.2. Right now, getting back over 3.2 to hold that final support. So if this can wick up and hold over the next 26 minutes, which is probably not going to happen, we'll see. But XPR $1 end of cycle possible. What did we say it was going to? XPR. I don't remember what the target was. We've looked at so many coins already, my mind's fried. To $1. I doubt it. I highly doubt it. I would say you're lucky if you get this. 40 to 50 cents is probably a good target for this thing, but that's over 100x, like we said. As for $1, if we have a monster bull run, if we look back and XPR does a 250x to $1. Oh man, it's a 280x. If she does that, then congratulations, but I highly doubt it. But you never know what's going to run and do those ridiculous moves. What, I think last cycle, was it Solana? I think Solana did a 400x. Something did. I don't remember what it was. But we're seeing coins now. What was the coin that just launched and did a 500x? Or it didn't just launch. Whatever, I don't remember what it was. But some of these coins already did, massive moves. So there's no telling. What's up, Tony? Heard BlackRock and ZBEC something together. I think I've heard that before too, but I don't think it's confirmed. Yeah, Ergo dumped. But the fact that we're not in alt season, all these coins that are pumping right now, even SPA, they could easily top out at any resistance level, and that's it. We need an undead coin and a meow coin. Oh, we got T13 in the building. He says Edwin every day. Oh yeah, Moonbeam. I forgot about Moonbeam. Glimmer, GLMR. I want to say that Moonbeam is very bearish, ain't it? I don't remember, but that's just what comes to mind. Oh yeah. She didn't disappoint. Yeah, this is an example of a chart of a coin I would never buy. Kids are silly. My youngest just texted me. He loves YouTube. He wants to be a YouTuber. Oh man, these kids. But he wants to be a gaming YouTuber. There. I don't know. Moonbeam is the bottom end is the question. Let's see. Or is she about to fall? Yeah, we'll just do it like we do the other coins. I mean, you never know when these things are going to start blasting out of here off of these bottoms. You're holding the two right now, possibly setting up for a higher low here, and then you could start moving up. But price-wise, just keeping it simple, short term. If you see the price get over 675, like it did here, it got stuck at the 0.5, you're back to being bullish, and then clearly once you get over 7.2 to 7.7, once you get over 7.7, then that is your confirmation for this move down over, and then you have a shot at breaking through 8.6 and finally moving up and putting in the bottom. But the big price to watch would be breaking this high. So if you can get up here, get over these levels and get over 9.7, then it's probably the bottom. At least the bottom up to the 236, like we saw what Vara, so many coins do, and then they pump up and you get bullish on them and you're happy, and then come on here, say it's going to the moon, and then you get disappointed because it hits the 236 and just comes right back down. So this coin is an example. If it can get over those levels, it may have a nice decent run back up to a 250% move, so 3.5x up to 22. But it has to get over that, and then on the macro chart it has to get over 54. So until that is accomplished, until this thing does an 8.5x to the upside, it's still macro bearish. But if it comes up here, it's probably going to be bullish because it's going to break the lower high structure. And it'll probably pull back and hold a level and then go. But just technically. And then, yeah, Moonbeam's not doing a 2000x, so I'm sorry. Yeah, Moonbeams could be a good play. If it can finally, form some sort of a bottom down here. I don't know, is this one on Coinbase? An older coin like this? I don't know. That's not that old, I guess. A 0.5 retracement for a new high over the 382 up to, what is it, $1.10 would be an 18.5x. And a 618 retracement in a bull market would be your 38x to 220, 226. If that's the bottom. If you're lucky, Moonshot would be $6 for your 105x. If you're super lucky, which probably won't happen, 1272 retracement up to 118 bucks. Yeah, it's a 2000x. So that's not gonna happen. Edwin is bullish, 0.5 realistic. .5 realistic. But yeah, if Moonbeam Moonbeam here can form a bottom and actually get up back over the 236, then you may have something. And if it's on Coinbase, I would add it to my list. If it got back over this 236 area and it's kind of holding here, then yeah, maybe a chance to get a rollover play. I would ride Moonbeam up to, get me a 10x and get out. Oh man, is Edwin on here? We got to go to T13, always making me go over to Deck Screener. Edwin, let's see, can we look at it on here? Holy Jesus. What's going on? Edwin's going to the moon. Yeah, some of these Solana coins are going, huh? Let me bring up Deck Screener, see if it's the same price. Oh man, I typed Edwin. Dex screener, Solana coins. That would be nice if Solana started going and the Solana meme coins took off. That way I could get a little bit of money back. I think the only thing we ever look at now is Edwin. Binge. Oh yeah, we looked at all these other coins. Edwin, the owl. Alright, yeah, we're gonna go to Dex screener. Oh, yeah, now I remember what Edwin was doing. Dang. Damn it, son. Dang it, Bobby. She's going. Alright, hold on. Let me get over here. What's up, watches? Can we do Jasmine? Nia, thank you so much. Just sent you some coffee. Oh, I appreciate that. I forgot about the coffee thing. Man, we only got 9 people in here. What are we doing? What's up, Luke? How you doing? Luke Perry in the house. I appreciate that, though. You're the first one that's ever sent coffee. But yeah, you guys can send coffee. There's PayPal. There's Cash App. There's crypto wallets down in the description. Because as you guys know, I don't know if you do know, but YouTube, when you chat here, you send $5, $10, whatever it is, YouTube takes 30% of it right off the bat. But these other places don't. I appreciate that, though. Yeah, we'll look at Jasmine. Let me pull up Edwin, because we've been covering Edwin for T13 here. T13's about to make some money. If he isn't already. She's starting to fly out of here. So looking at Edwin, you said, can it go to 5.5? You mean 50 cents? Yeah, she broke through our... This is the same thing that's happening on Jasmine, or not Jasmine, ACH right now, just so you guys are aware. We had the same thing happen on Arrow, Caspa, and I don't remember what else. But yeah, she's breaking out. How high she's going to go, I have no idea. If it can break through 1.2, damn, she's already up. There's no wick. She's bullish at the moment. They're piling into this one. But very bullish pattern. So possibly if you can get over 1.2 and not get stuck and pull back and back test, as long as you're over 8.3, you're good to go. 1.2, and it'll send you up 70% to almost 2 pennies. And then you said, can it go to 50? I mean, it's a meme coin, so I guess it can do whatever it wants. But if we technically, I mean, it's a meme coin, but we're going to do it anyway. But if we go from, you know, I guess we'll go the whole pattern here. From the highest point to the lowest. Get a measured move out of here. Yeah, it may come up to 3 pennies out of this move. We'll see. If I get that out of the way. I mean, it's a meme coin, so there's no telling. It could go there, it could go higher. So maybe she's about to do a 3x up to 3, 4. And then you said 50 cents. I mean, if it doesn't die and it stays bullish, I don't see why not. I mean, it's breaking out of the pattern. Top of the fib would be $1. I hope it does a 90x for you. That's 90x. But can it go to 5 and do a 50x? Maybe. Just need another large candle or two to spawn in. And she's breaking out, it looks like. What are we at? 1 penny. I think from a penny, your first big target's 9.5x to 10 cents. And then we'll see how it performs at 10 cents. But yeah, Edwin looks good. Oh yeah, someone asked for Velo earlier. I forgot. Velo and Jasmine. What's up, Zero Cool? Jasmine. Yeah, Velo, if she's still holding up, Velo looks good. Velo and Jasmine. Yeah, Velo's another one that would be on my list. I think it's only on Uphold though. It's not a Coinbase coin, but bottom is in. It looks like 382's holding. You're getting a bounce, and it looks good. It's just curling up, getting ready. There's no telling how long it's going to curl up, so it could come up to the 0.5 and get stuck and pull back again. And then by that time, we wouldn't be going up to like October, November, which I think is the case. It'd be nice if we go up now, but I think we're gonna get these little moves up, back down, and then come into the year, that's when everyone FOMO's in. I don't know. This thing here, 786 retracement, is very possible. I think up to about 45 cents, maybe 50 cents. So you're looking at about a 36x from where you are today. And then if it's going to just rocket out of here, not saying that's going to happen because that's a 1700x up to 21. We can dream though. If it comes up in here and makes a lower high and hits $2, you're still getting 165x. Velo's going to be a good one. It's going to be a runner. But short term, she's possibly off of that bottom. If it doesn't die for some reason, she's about to 4x, up to 4.5. And Jasmine. Yeah, I mean, she hit the 3.2. She's bullish. Once you get over 15, up to 18, it's going to shoot up here. So as long as you're over 9, a penny and a half is the price to be more bullish over the 236. Jasmine to the moon. Yeah, she's still getting stuck. She broke down. She hit final support levels. I think, let me see. Let me get my other Jasmine chart. Yeah, so Jasmine. Yeah, she broke down out of our little continuation pattern, so that's over. So we can get that off. Yeah, she's doing the same thing these coins are doing. They're pumping, but they're getting stuck instantly. So we've been going over this. The 236 at 16 is the price to beat. That's where you held support for a very long time, and that's your price to beat. So we're coming back down to the 0.5 at 1.2. It all depends if it's going to hold or we're going to break down. But tagging that green macro support box, that should have been the bottom on Jasmine, which it tagged it and then we blasted up. But like I said, we got to get over this level here that was support for so long, and then you'll be in good shape. Back over 16 up to 18.5 on Jasmine. But clearly the downtrend is broken. And yeah, we have the 236 and the 0.5 at the same spot. So we should hold support here. But yeah, I mean, it could still, if it breaks that level there at the 0.5 and comes back down to the 618, you do run the risk of Jasmine. We could still crawl around and come down all the way to the bottom of this box here, and we could still drop 46-50%. But that's what I keep saying. If we're not bullish now and we're not going to start finally making higher highs and higher lows and moving up, and things start breaking down, then it's going to be a very bearish, boring, hot summer of just death, Shadow Realm edition. So hopefully we stay. Jasmine from here, if it holds the 0.5 and we move back up, it did break the downtrend, so it's not in a bad spot at the moment. Jasmine 22x up to 30, and then if it goes above 30, maybe we hit 50 cents, would be a 37x, and then if you're lucky, $1 on Jasmine would be a 77x. I still think Jaspy's going to hit $1. I know that's a little bullish, but I still think so. And the overall chart doesn't look bad. Even though we broke down, we're still holding the trend here, and we're making higher highs. Jaspy's going to surprise a lot of people, I think. What do we think of Dash? Dash. I think Dash is on my rollover list. A lot of those older coins are, because I'm just going to ride those coins up to 3, 4, 5x's and then roll over to another one that's not moving or just starting to move. I got a game plan. Yeah, Dash, it looks like it's on the bottom. It's been going sideways for a long time. Come on, what's happening? And this is the best chart I could find for Dash, the Polonius chart. But she came back down where she tagged here, and we're tagging it again. We did wick below it. We did make a lower low, so not the greatest look, but ultimately that candle is holding still. That monthly candle is still holding over 20. We tagged it here too. Yeah, and you're testing this previous wick high from November of 2015. That's why we're holding up. The past is saving us. But it's not a bad overall chart. It looks good. Oh yeah, we're sitting right on the 382. So yeah. On the macro chart of things, that's why we're holding up. Low to the high, 382 came to save us. You're bullish over 20. Looks good. So that is the bottom for Dash. Dash to a 618 retracement will give you a 10x if it's going to complete or do what it did last time. 2017 bull run, 2021 it made a lower high. So if it's going to make a lower high again, maybe it hits the 0.5 at 178 and wicks up a little bit. Maybe wicks and touches the 618. So anywhere from 5 to 10x is possible. But yeah, if I bought in, well, no, let me change that because we're down here now. All right, so a 0.5 retracement would be an 8.5x. I would definitely get out there. And then if it does a 618, that would be a 14.5, 15x. But I don't know if this one's going to make a higher high. It might. 786 retracement would be your 30x. We'll see what happens when we look back on all this. What's up, C? Just jumped into spa. Chasing the dragon. DZ, did we look at DGen and Ondo? Yeah, we looked at it right when you asked about it. You must have typed and left. What's up, Josh? Yeah, you guys make sure you hit the like button and answer the poll. I guess it'll help out the algorithm. Definitely get out at 250. Yeah, we looked at DGen and Ondo. They both look good. I mean, Ondo looks good. It's still holding. Ondo's another one that I would buy right now if I had the funds. I mean, it's still holding up. And it's going to be a big winner. Yeah, there's some coins that I'm going to hold to a lot higher highs, but then I'm going to have a rollover play to where I'm buying one coin, and then once it pumps, find something on my list that didn't move and buy it again. But Ondo and some of these coins, I'm definitely going to hold a moon bag. Because Ondo here, she's curled up, higher highs, higher lows, holding the trend. You're just under the 382, but everything's doing the same thing. Got to get over 8.7. Bullish back over $1. But then Ondo is going to rocket up here from 20 to 25 bucks, I think. So in between this. So 24x up to a 30x. And then DGen, if DGen's not on the bottom, then she's never going up. But I would have to think Degen's on the bottom. It looks like Myro's on the bottom finally. But it's doing the same thing the rest of the market's doing. Lower lows and lower highs when it's already pumped. If it hasn't pumped, you're making higher highs and higher lows. You're curling up. But it tagged the final support and you're stuck at the 236. So you have to get over 28 to be bullish and then over 37 to move up. The only concern is it's getting stuck and it's bear flagging again. But I don't know. I can't really see Ondo breaking the 786. Maybe this just tells us we're coming back down to it for a minute. Maybe a wick below. So you could still drop 20% and still be alive, I guess. 17%. But you would have to imagine we're getting close. It's just we need to put the first leg up in the run already, or it's gonna get bad. Gold is at an all-time high. Yeah, what is the ticker for gold? I know it's a stock. Or what is the ticker? I don't even know what it is. But yeah, you said you just bought into SPA. He's FOMOing in. Or you bought back in. The FOMO is real. Oh no, she's down below the 236 now. I don't know. That could have been it for SPA. She's putting in a lower high. The daily candle's closing in 1 minute below. Man. But yeah, just not financial advice, but you guys buying into these coins on the green candles. We got a lot of coins we look at that are down here, hitting the trend, hitting bullish support levels, holding up. They're all about to start doing this, I think. One by one with the fake outs. And then people buy the top and then it's over. And it's going to come back down here and chop around. So just be careful. Oh, Bitcoin's still holding up, ain't it? Yeah, Bitcoin's still holding her own. She's over the 618 still. Doing nothing. A bunch of nothing. GLD. Can we do LYX? LYX to the moon. Luxo. We got two different charts. Let's see what we got. What chart is this? The crypto. Yeah, you're almost down to the 786 level here. I mean, there's nothing bullish on it, but just a large falling wedge, if you will, maybe. Oh no. She's having trouble breaking the downtrend. Or did she break it? I mean, the strong move down here, all of this death, I guess you could argue it's breaking, but then you can also just draw it like this. I mean, we'll just draw a fib on it to just see where you can get confirmation at. But the move down, and then it looks like it's forming continuation down. That's what it looks like to me. And you already got a red candle spawning in. So we'll just keep it simple on Luxo. There's still a chance she's making her way down to the 786 area. So unless you can get over 107 up to 140, then you have more room down. So you have to get over 140 to be macro bullish on it short term, or she's going to drop 30% still. I mean, but it's another coin that's right there. It died all the way down and it's back down at this area. We'll just see. It has to get over those smaller prices. But let's see, Luxo for a higher high. If this is the bottom and it does move up and gets back over these levels, on the macro, 340 up to 360, and then you can get excited. No, 360, I mean, not 340. So 360 on the macro, then the macro bottom is in. That's a 300% move, so 4x to do that. Bull run and breakout over a 9.5, 10x over 960 to $10. And then a 786 retracement up to $19, $20 would be your 20x. I have no idea what Luxo is going to do, but if you want to hold a moon back to a higher high, it's 155x to 146. But there's nothing bullish on the chart. I would never buy Luxo. Is this it right here? Gold? SPDR gold shares. Oh, that's an ETF. Yeah, where do I find gold at? Gold to the moon. Yeah, I don't know what I'm looking for with stocks. Anyway. Can we look at Swift Cash? What is that? Swift Cash. Yeah, we only got 20 people in here. Yeah, what is Swift Cash, my man? Is that a Dex Screener coin? Swift Cash. Oh man, Edwin's going to the moon. Oh, let me switch to music. We haven't switched it all day. I guess bullish music since we have some things going. Can we look at Supra? What's up, Rusty? Thanks for the advice. I do not give advice. Kura, no advice here. There's nothing here. Oh, the ticket for gold is XAU. I think you're right. I think I've heard that before. I don't think that's it either. Oh well. Can we look at what? Hit the bear music for the low prices. Supra and Swift Cash. Yeah, I remember Tornado Cash. Alright. Oh man. Supra. Supra to 0. Damn, this thing is going to 0. Massive downtrend in play. Yeah, there's nothing at all enticing about Supra. I don't know what it is, but I know people have asked for it many times. Not a lot, but it's clearly in a nasty downtrend. Going to 0. Good luck. Maybe it's the bottom. You see we pulled it all the way to the bottom now. Now it's lining up. Support, resistance, broke the support. It lines this up as support and resistance. So there's your magic crystal ball moment. And once it lines up with the way the price action's moving, someone looked into the future and said this is the bottom and these are going to be our resistance and support levels. It's crazy how that works. So what am I looking at? So Supra, I gotta get out of this chair. I can barely even think. It's an even worse chair than I had at the other place. I didn't bring that chair with me. You guys know I had problems with it, but now this new chair, this chair where I'm at has no cushion. The other one had old leather cushion that was so old it was hard. And after sitting on a stream for a couple hours, it's just killing me. And this one's just straight metal. It's a Shadow Realm chair. So this one, you got to get over 6.2 at a 27% move, and then all the way up to 7.6, a 55% move, or you're still bearish. But if you can get over that level, possibly push you up to 8.8 here and finally have something going. But right now it's going to complete 0. So maybe you can get over those levels. Maybe that is the bottom. Maybe the magic crystal ball is playing out here. That's Supra, 618 retracement in the bull market. If that is the bottom, would be your 5x, 786 up here to 4, so 2.5, 4. Would be at 8.5x, and then if she's gonna rocket up here to 17, that would be your 35x. Yeah, it's a new coin, that's why. That's why I'm staying away from the new coins. It's all blah blah. Coming soon. Oh, you don't hold Supra, you just heard someone talking about it? Yeah. There's some other YouTubers that they talk about Supra a lot. Let me see if I can find that coin on deck screen, or Swift Money, or Swift Cash. I don't know, the more I say it, the more I think I've heard of that. Swift Cash team wrapped on Binance. What the hell? Swift Cash AI on base by virtuals. Man, they come up with everything. Pirate Cash. Let me just see if it's on here. But yeah, I guess there's no one here, so I guess we're going to end it after we look at Swift Cash if we can find it. But I appreciate you guys coming in here. I appreciate the couple of super chats. I appreciate the coffee you sent. I haven't looked at it yet, but I appreciate whatever you sent. Buy me a coffee. Wait, what I went to Swift Coin for? I was talking and not thinking. Swift Cash. Probably not gonna find it, my man. It's not on deck screener either. If I could grab their little tiny bar. this it? This may be it. Pancake swap. We looked at some kind of coin like this the other day. Oh, this is probably not it. Anyway, I appreciate you guys coming in. We'll be back on here tomorrow. Oh, damn. No, I'm not going to be back on here tomorrow. Tomorrow I got a full day. Oh, yeah. There won't be no streams or no videos tomorrow. Damn, I forgot about that. I got kid stuff to do tomorrow. And hopefully I get a job and get a call tomorrow. Because I need some money rolling in. It's getting a little ridiculous here in the shadow realm. But yeah, I appreciate you guys coming in here as always and hanging out, even in bearish times. It makes the time pass because we just passed, what, we're almost on 2 hours. But let me end the poll. Everyone hit the like button on your way back into the shadow realm. We'll get out of here one day. So yeah, nothing happened with Powell today. It looks like we're going in the same boat, going to go sideways forever. And your coins will slowly pump and then get stuck and dump. So just be aware. And as always, none of this is financial advice. I appreciate you guys here. Appreciate the support. And I'll see you guys later. Hey, I think I froze. The shadow realm's not letting me into the stream. We froze. Oh, come on. I don't know if you guys can still hear me, but the whole thing is frozen. The stream is down. Oh, what's happening? Come on. All right, it's back. All right, I'll see you guys later. Peace out.